I'm Edie Lush. I'm the executive editor of Hub Culture and the executive producer and co-host of the Global Goals Cast. Really pleased to be joined now by Professor Michael Wade. He's a chair professor at the IMD Business School in Lausanne, and he directs IMD's Global Center for Digital Business Transformation. So, Michael, I wonder if you can start by telling me, what do you see as the link between COVID-19 and digital transformation?
Right, Edie, that's a very good question. You know, there's a cartoon that's going around online at the moment, and it says, who's leading your digital transformation? And there are three different options: the CEO, the CTO, and the third option is COVID-19. And this has been circled. And I guess the implication of this cartoon is pretty clear, that there's a huge link between the pandemic and digital transformation. And so what we decided to do is go into the field and really understand if this is true, if there really is a link, and what that link is. And it turns out the data suggesting that there is a link, and it's quite strong. I guess many companies have experienced a massive shift to working from home recently, which is kind of thrown in there. But what we found is that among the things that we found, the digital maturity, so the companies that are relatively mature digitally, tend to be performing better within the crisis. So within the pandemic, when we measure different outcome measures and how they're coping with the challenges of the virus, they're actually coping better with a high level of digital maturity. We're also finding that those organizations that are actively investing in digital tools and technologies right now within the pandemic are also outperforming those organizations that are investing less.
Can you give me some examples of companies that are doing really well and other ones that may be struggling?
Well, it's difficult to, if you're just talking about the pandemic, it's kind of hard to know, because most companies are just trying to figure out how to get through day to day. So there's not a lot of a cheerleading about how they're managing digital. But there are some good examples. I mean, many companies at the moment have shifted maybe from 10% or maybe 20% of the workforce working remotely, in many cases from home, but also on the road, to 80 or 90%. And I think a lot of organizations have been pleasantly surprised by how smooth this process has been.